Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. Another big exciting day in my kitchen. Where are we going? What are we making? Holy mackerel, we got vodka. What are we doing with vodka? Why would you use vodka and tomato sauce and pasta sauce? So we're gonna go over that. This is a great recipe. So what are we making? We're gonna make pasta sauce with vodka, or vodka sauce and penne pasta right here. We got a pound of penne pasta. Oh, excuse me. Hey, one quick tip. Rather than start pounding this straight, is to subscribe to our channel. So take advantage of this moment. Hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up, notification about anything we got going on the farm, any new recipes on our blog, any new videos that'll come right to your notification box. And it means the world to me when you subscribe. And as I say every week, guys, hey, make you part of the family. First thing you're gonna need are tomatoes. Now, I've done how to use fresh tomatoes if you want. At the grocery store, whatever I'm getting there, it just doesn't have the punch that you can get with a San Marzano tomato. I get no product placement money, though I should get millions. So we've got Cento San Marzano. They're great, packed with flavor. And we're gonna kick it up a little, cook it Italian Joe style in a minute. So we've got 2 cans, I believe they're 28 ounce. Yeah, so 28 ounce cans of San Marzano tomatoes. I've got the whole peeled tomatoes. I like that. You're gonna want some herb, as they would in France. Oh, basil. We're not going to use all this because we made a basil tomato sauce. Excuse me, I'm having a moment here, just for a moment. Nothing better than basil. Basil and oregano. It's interesting, for medicinal properties, the aroma of basil has memory. It actually increases your memory. Let me see. It might be oregano. It's got to be oregano. I can't remember. All right. I'll leave the jokes to the professionals. You're going to want around 10 to 15 leaves of basil, and that's going to give you that grassy, herby, Italy aroma. It's so delicious. It's delicate, yet with a punch. You know, more of a punch on the nose than you actually have on the taste buds. You'll need 1 yellow onion. We're going to chop that baby up. We're going to need 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. Oh, I love garlic. So fantastic. I like the bulb on there, just looks good aesthetically, but we're gonna want 3 to 4. If you're crazy, 5. You got vampires in the area, maybe 10, okay? And now we're gonna want some red pepper flake. I don't wanna get too much of the aroma on that. My eyes will be watering. But in this case, you're gonna want a good 1/4 teaspoon. If you like a little bit more of a punch, you know, add a 1/2 teaspoon, 3/4. In this case, what I like for myself is I like a little bit of the backdrop of the heat. As I have a little bit, I like that little heat. It gives another depth of flavor. There's a richness with the pepper or the pepper flake. It cooks and absorbs the flavor. I'll show you how to do that. But I don't want it so hot where, you know, my face is dripping and my sinus problems have been cured. You're gonna need cream. Now, I like heavy cream. I see a recipe. You can use whatever you want. You can use milk. You can 1/2 and 1/2. But remember, guys, fat is flavor. So the more fat I have, the more flavor I have. In this case, we're gonna use 1 cup of heavy cream. Guys, you're gonna wanna elevate the flavor of tomato. So tomato paste is the way to do it. We've got 3 tablespoons of a good high quality tomato paste. You're gonna want some Parmesan Reggiano. We're gonna put a little bit in the sauce. Obviously, we're gonna finish our pasta with it. 1 pound of penne pasta. I mean, it's traditionally served with that. You can eat anything with this, a rigatoni, which is great. You can use a spaghetti, but in this case, penne is great. We've got here some salt. Now, one of my tips to you is get a really high quality salt. We like a sea salt, and I like an Italian or a French sea salt. In this case, that's what I've got. I've got a French sea salt. It's briny. It's a little bit smoother. It's healthier for you. You're gonna need, it's an absolute must, some extra virgin Italian olive oil here. So we're gonna use probably 4 tablespoons in our sofrito, in our beginning, sweating our onions and garlic and peppers and such. But you're gonna also finish the pasta with it. Adds a little flavor, keeps it from sticking. We're gonna wanna add some balsamic vinegar. That's gonna do something similar to the vodka. We'll talk about that in a minute. You'll need some fresh ground pepper, probably a teaspoon. Again, that's gonna add to the hot pepper flake. Last, I know you guys were waiting for it, we're gonna want some vodka. So here what I've got is 1/3 of a cup, and I've got Absolute vodka. You can use whatever you want. You can use Kettle One, you can use Sky, I mean, there's all kinds of vodka you can use. Smirnoff if you're feeling a little Russian. I don't know. Vodka's got it. Woo, woo, woo. That'll grow hair on your chest. Oh wait, I already had hair in my chest. We use this in limoncello, limoncino, limoncello, right? So it's great. Why do we want to use vodka? Vodka, number one, doesn't have a lot of flavor. It has virtually very little flavor to it. Triple distilled is going to remove a lot of the flavor. And what vodka does is it's ethanol, and the ethanol, that'll burn off. You're not going to have any alcohol content in this dish at all. So once you cook it, the vodka boils right out. I should say the alcohol boils right out. But in the meantime, it acts, I know it sounds kind of crazy, but it acts like a solvent, just like the balsamic vinegar. So the vinegar, acetic acid, and the ethanol actually penetrate some of the structure of the tomato, breaks it down, gives out more of the flavor. So it significantly deepens the flavor. And that's why you use alcohol in a lot of dishes. All right, what do you say? Time to start drinking and getting hammered. No, wait, hold on, time out. That's after dinner. Time to start making some vodka sauce. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna cut up that onion. Just cut some slices right down. Then you're gonna cross cut it just like this. Next, guys, we've got our garlic. So I'm going to grab 3 bulbs of this. What you do is you think of somebody that ticks you off, right? A person that you want to smack. And then what you do is you direct that anger towards a positive thought. And that is on your garlic. And then what you're going to do is you're going to give it a peel. Maybe not that one, but this one. Maybe not that one, but this one. Okay, there you go. Just like Paulie from Goodfellas, I like to chop this up nice and thin. So my goal is take a nice sharp knife and come across. You increase the surface area, and you're just going to cut your garlic, slice it nice and thin. Let's get over to the stove. I've got my pan. I'm going to put some olive oil in there. I'm going to use extra virgin Italian olive oil. I'm going to use about 4 tablespoons. Put my onions in, all of my garlic. Give this a nice stir. What you want to do is get everything coated with the olive oil. And what we're looking for here is translucency. When they say sweat, I want to make everything soft, but I don't want to fry it. I don't want to brown it. Typically, the garlic cooks faster than your onion, so a lot of times you wouldn't put it in at the same time, depending on what you're trying to achieve. But in this case, we're just going to cook everything at the same time. To extract as much flavor out of the hot pepper flake that we can, I'm going to go ahead and put that in now as well. And as that oil warms up, the oils from the hot pepper will work its way out as well. I'm going to do the same thing with my fresh pepper here. I'm going to grind a good teaspoon in there. What I want to do here is add a little basil, and I want to add it again, same reason. I want the oil from the basil to get in there. So I'm not going to necessarily cut it. What I'm going to do is grab my basil leaves. Oh, I got one away there, so fresh. Jumped right out of my hand. And then I'm going to tear it. I'm going to give that a stir. Oh, the aroma of that is absolutely fantastic. Now we're going to let some time pass. We'll revisit this in about 5-6 minutes. Can you guys get the aroma of that? I wish you could. It's so good. First thing that I love to do is I love to add the tomato paste now. Why? Because I want to cook off the rawness of the tomato. Add the tomato paste, and I want to cook that just for like 2 minutes. I mean, it just doesn't get better than that right there. Next, we're going to Roma. We're going to do some San Marzano. So hold it low so you don't wear it. Can number 2. I don't want my ancestors to come back. I have to get the tomato out there because there's starving people in the world. So I'm going to use a spatula so Nona doesn't come back and yell at me here. Cleaned. We're good to go. Now give it a nice stir. We're going to hit this with an immersion blender in a little while, but one of the tricks I use is I just take a whisk and I take those tomatoes. I don't have to break them down perfectly, but I definitely want to break them up. Add some balsamic vinegar, about 2 tablespoons. That adds a little sweetness. It adds some richness of flavor. Oh, and it's going to give you that acid, which that'll burn off as well, like the alcohol. Brings out more depth of flavor of the tomato. Next, we're adding some vodka. We're going to add our 1/3 of a cup. And there's a 1/3. I want you guys to check. I did not drink any of that, okay? I'm not stupid. I drink out of the bottle. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put my vodka in there. And then I'm going to stir it really well. I'm going to add some salt. So we're going to add about a teaspoon of my French sea salt. And now I'm going to add about 3 to 4 tablespoons of freshly shaved, and I like to use a microplaner of cheese in there. It'll just fall apart and dissolve for you. Give it a stir. I'm going to put a cover over this, and I want her to cook for a good 30 minutes. Talk to you guys in 30 minutes. I just took the cover off Look at that. Is that just delicious? I'm going to turn the heat off. And then we're going to take an immersion blender and we're going to put it right in here. So you figure about 30, 40 seconds. So it's still got a little bit of consistency in there. And now, guys, I've got my cream. So the reason we don't add the cream early is if you heat the cream too much, it'll curdle on you. And it'll start to look like cottage cheese in there. It's called breaking the cheese. You can do that with heat or chemicals. So in this case, it's off the heat. It's still really hot, but it's not bubbling. While I'm stirring it, just really gently pour in the cream and let everything mix. I'm going to take my basil, tear it up like Nona would, and I'm going to put it in my sauce and then give that a stir. And we're set. So I'm going to bring this over to the heat. I'm going to put it on the lowest setting possible. We're going to get cooking our pasta. Water's boiling. You always want to get a rapid boil before you put your pasta in there. Penne pasta, we're going to put that right in there. Key to good pasta here is a lot of water. Get it boiling hot. Make sure it's salted. You got that water seasoned. And stirring the water frequently. You want to get that pasta moving. Nothing will stick. We're in really good shape right here. This is beautiful. 9.5 minutes. I can just tell by the movement of it. That's beautiful. So I want to shut the heat off. Take my Mackenzie Child bowl, and I'm going to put just a tablespoon or two of olive oil in the bowl. You guys can grab any of our Mackenzie Child right on our link because we're an affiliate. And then real simple, guys, you're going to start bringing over your penne pasta. Pasta's done, so I'm going to give it a good stir. Oh, that's beautiful. It's not just delicious. Another Mackenzie Child bowl. Yeah, there's a theme going here. I'm going to take some of my pasta here. Put on some sauce, about a ladle and a half. Time to hit it with some cheese. I saved one little leaf of basil for presentation. Delicious or what? You know what time it is. You gotta know. It's taste time. Okay, guys, here we go. So I'm going to say about 4 to 5 of these would be a perfect bite. Oh, you guys with me on that or what? Here you go. Open up. The intensity of the tomato is what really hits you. A little bit of the Parmesan cheese, and then you're getting some of the pasta. Oh, my mouth is watering. Immediately tomato. Little bit of the basil. Definitely much more intense tomato. A little bit of the cheese. You know, the garlic, the onion. The onion just gives it a backdrop. You know, that foundation. So delicious. And what I'm getting right now is a hot pepper flake. Again, just a backdrop. Not too much. The first bite tasted like more. There's nothing wrong with that. One more. The pasta is perfect. You want that al dente. You know, you want that bite. You want to chew to it. You don't want it mush. So good. Listen, this is a tough job. You know, you think about it, it's just all glamour and glitz and people asking for your autograph and, you know, everybody loves you. But, I mean, there's some work that needs to be done here. You know what I mean? Wow, that is awesome. Let me tell you something. I'm going to finish that bowl, total transparency, and I'm going to have another one, guaranteed. Maybe with a little sausage. I'm not sure. I haven't figured it out yet. But I'm not done eating. I'm just starting. Hey, guys, thanks so much for joining me today. Sauce number 2, vodka sauce. Make sure you check out all our other sauces, all our other recipes. Check us out on cookingitalianwithjoe.com. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel, thumbs up, notification bell. And, guys, you know what? One of my most important tips every single week, and it's really one of the reasons I started doing these videos is, you know, every week, once a month, get around the table with your family and friends. Shut off the computer, shut off your phone, shut off the TV. Talk to grandma, you know what I mean? Talk to grandpa, talk to your mother, your sisters, your brothers. You know what you're going to do? You're going to celebrate your heritage, whatever that is. Doesn't matter. It's going to be awesome. And even better than that, you're going to set traditions of love. They're going to last you a lifetime. I know they did for me. Hey, guys, until next week, bon appetito.